Platinum forecasters are up over 100 units profit off UFC 310 Platinum bets, which is in my Patreon for $5 per month, each and every event, with the Platinum picks for $5 a month. This week at UFC Tampa, I'm going to go through the full card predictions, each and every fight. I'll let you know which fighter I'm picking, how I think that fighter will win, and I'll usually give you a read if I'm going to bet the fight or not. I'm not going to bet each and every fight. There's a big difference. There's a massive difference between a bet and a pick. Now, looking at UFC 310, the Platinum bets, I had 6 locks. I had 2 dogs, and we went 100%. At the end of the night, we picked up 138 units profit. Each and every bet tracked and recorded right here on the Platinum bets cheat sheet that I post before the event each and every week, $5 a month. The picks are free. Subscribe now, like the video. Thank you for tuning in, being a forecaster, putting the faith in Fight Fiend Forecast. 12 for 14 on the picks last week, so that is definitely worth subscribing for. 6 for 6 on the locks, 2 for 2 on the dogs, 1 for 2 on the prop of the week. I do a main card prop, prelim prop. Kennedy Nzechukwu ran 1. The prelim prop cashed in. The prelim prop has been producing over the last couple of weeks, so that is very good to see. The main card prop, having a little bit more trouble with that one. I had Shavkat submission, and he had his first ever decision win. Did not finish Ian Gary. Now, that was my biggest loss, 7-unit loss there, but that did not matter. The profit at the end of the night was 138 units. 138 units profit in one night. One night. We've been killing it with the basketball bets over the last number of days, and we did it again. We did it again, and we will continue to do it. The winning will continue. The mic not being here will not continue. The mic will be here. Amazon's dropping it off at the end of the week, so stay tuned, stick around. I'm going to break down each and every fight as fast as possible because it's a fight night in Tampa, and it's chaos. Just like Colby Chaos Covington in the main event here versus Joaquin Buckley. Buckley was supposed to fight Ian Gary. Now he gets former champ, a guy that fought 5 times in the span of 15 fights for Buckley. So, interesting fight here. I'll break down the fight along with every other fight on this card. We're going to break it down fast. We're going to get these bags in and out. The new year is coming. 2025 is going to be a really big year for Fight Fiend Forecast. I debated moving the price up to $10 on Patreon, but we're going to keep it at $5 a month. We're going to keep collecting these bags. So join now. Patreon link in bio below. All platforms, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Give us a follow. Fight Fiend Forecast is here, and we are alive. Let's get it going. Prelim, opener, finally. Josefine, Knutsson, from Sweden, 8-0 undefeated. 5 years younger in this fight versus Piera Rodriguez, Venezuelan, 9-2. Just had a loss due to a disqualification. Headbutts in that fight. It was pretty dirty. She's definitely going to be aggressive in this fight, pushing forward, looking for that knockout. Maybe she has more power on the feet. Maybe she has more damaging shots. But the fighter with the better IQ, the better footwork, the better cardio, the better fighter's IQ, I think I said that already, Josefine Knutsson from Sweden, trained at All Stars as well, just beat a very good girl, Julia Pilastri, who was my pick in that fight. Proved me wrong, Knutsson did. So, I'm picking her in this fight. 5 years younger. She's the cleaner fighter on the feet. She's smart. She could be able to get a little bit of control time in this fight. She is way smarter than Piera Rodriguez from what I have seen, but we always see something new in these women's fights. I'm not looking to lock in or parlay it on this fight. I definitely see the over 1.5 being a parlay piece. I don't see a finish early in this fight. Probably not at all in this fight. So even the fight to go the distance could get added to a parlay. Something like that. Not looking to attack the money line on either fighter. Not overly comfortable with these women's fighters after Wang and Fang. Completely me. So, next fight on the cards, we're taking a look at Davey Grant, Ramon Taveras. Taveras is a guy from Jacksonville, Florida. Close to home here. And I think he gets it done. 8 years younger. Slight favorite. He was a bigger favorite in this fight, but some love coming in on Davey Grant. Now, he was my pick. I switched it before I made it official because he had a bad neck injury 8 months ago. 7 months ago, he just started training back. This is his first fight since that neck surgery. I think he's going to be a little bit stiff. And I think he might be a little bit slow. He's 38. He's slowing down. He has a lot of heart. Taking a fight 8 months after that kind of surgery. A little bit too quick for me. He's fighting a southpaw that has power. Just beat a good Surrey City in his last fight. Split decision or not, he beat Surrey City in a scrap. And he can beat Davey Grant in another scrap. This fight is a banger. And I kind of like the guy from Florida. He's from Florida. Some boys tried to gun him down a couple months ago in the summer. He survived. He showed his heart, bringing out his firearm on them. Check out his Instagram. He's been through some stuff. He wants to win here. He wants to support his family. And Davey Grant on the other side might have a little bit of rust. Might be a little bit stiff. But he does have a lot of good wins. So, Ramon Taveras has been knocked out in both losses. If we're looking to hedge, if we're looking at Davey Grant at all, you got to think he could get the KO in this fight. He has power, and he gets the knockout at any point. Third round, late second, you can't ever count out Davey Grant. But I might in this fight. He's fighting a guy from Florida. It's in Florida. Slight favorite. Not looking to bet it. Not looking to make it a lock of the week. But he is my pick. Next fight, we got a Canadian fighting Miranda Maverick. Plus 350, she is, Jamey-Lyn Horth. And she's coming off a split decision win. Ivana Petrovic. Her level of competition, lower, not as good, in my opinion. Miranda Maverick has fought the higher level competition. She has won versus the higher level competition. And Jamey-Lyn Horth, trust me, cannot get a knockout or a submission in this fight. She will need a finish to win this fight. So I'm taking Miranda Maverick. 100% confidence. She gets the takedowns, control time, and looks for a finish of her own. Probably can get Jamey-Lyn Horth out of there within 15 minutes. It's a women's fight. You can't trust in a finish. It probably goes the distance. And the money line for Miranda Maverick is getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. She is clearly going to win. The Sharps are clearly taking her to win. And it's going to be a fluke or a fancy finish from the Canadian, which we all know is not happening in this fight. So look at the over 1.5. Look at Miranda Maverick on the money line before it gets out of control. But I already told you, it's 100% confidence. So at any number, I think Miranda Maverick is safe for a parlay piece. Not going to lie. Lock of the week, I can't do it. Kong, Wang and Fang, whatever you say their names, they forced me into a situation where I will never take a women's fighter again as lock of the week. I was 18 in a row. I took a women's fighter against the rule book, bit me in the ass. And the next fight on the prelims, we got Miles Johns, supposed to fight Cody Garbrandt not too long ago, but now he's getting a Brazilian, Felipe Lima, a finisher, 13-1, 26 years old, 4 years younger in this fight. Second fight in the UFC here. He last fought Muhammad Naimov, got the finish, round 3. He showed late in the rounds he can battle and he can get that finish. So Miles Johns, a decision dominator, might be in some dangerous submission attempts. He could get submitted. He could get knocked out. I don't trust him as a pick. I just don't. He opened up as a pretty big underdog. Now, the bookies must know something. Felipe Lima, he looks like the better fighter. He is the finisher, and he is Khamzat Chimaev's training partner. They train together a lot. Now, he has grinded his way to the UFC. He gets it done here. Opened as a favorite. I would look towards a finish in this fight for him, Felipe Lima, for the win. Again, he's going to win a lot of fights in the UFC. I would say Miles Johns is a pretty big step up in competition from what he's been fighting on the regional scene. But Muhammad Naimov is a good fighter. He got the job done by finishing that fight. Submission, rear naked choke, round 3. So he could get a finish in this fight. Miles Johns has been submitted before by Castaneda, Sexy Mexi, I think it was. So it's not out of the world that he can't get finished. He's been finished in every single loss. Lost twice. Submission loss to Sexy Mexi, round 3, arm triangle choke. And then he got knocked out in round 2 to Mario Batista, 2020. These are not way too back on the resume. They're within the last 4 years. Now you look, every 2 years he's been finished. 2020, 2022 to Sexy Mexi. It's 2024, December, his last fight, the last fight card of the year. Now he's been finished and lost every 2 years. 2020, knocked out to Mario Batista. 2022, submitted to John Castaneda. 2024, gets finished to Felipe Lima. Book it. Tampa Bay, it's a banger, but he opened up as a pretty big favorite, the Brazilian. So let's get these bags. Let's be smart. If you like Miles Johns, well, I don't see a path in which he can win this fight. He's a good fighter. He has power, but he has not been knocking guys out. So let's see what he can do in this fight. He definitely needs a knockout in this fight to win, in my opinion. He cannot win this fight by a decision. Felipe Lima has way too much volume, way too much pressure, and cardio to win this fight. 26 years old, training with Khamzat Chimaev. You got to think he is the real deal. Miles Johns has had his opportunities. He's been on the juice. It's time for him to take a loss. Every 2 years, he's taken a loss. It's been by finish. Let's see if that trend continues. I think it will. The next fight, Sean Woodson, he is due for a loss here versus Fernando Padilla. Casadilla, Mexican, former Mexican, 5 years younger, and he is a finisher. He lost to Kyle Nelson, took a loss, won his last fight by submission, round 1. A guy coming off the Dana White Contender Series, but nonetheless, he's been finishing fighters in the UFC. He's been looking all right, pretty damn good. You have Sean Woodson, on the other hand. His loss by submission was by Bravo choke. You see a Bravo choke for Fernando Padilla in his last fight. He could do it in this fight. Another Bravo choke. Sean Woodson, he was put in bad situations on the ground versus Dennis Bazooka. And damn, Fernando Padilla from Mexico could do it in this fight. Underdog, plus 140. I like that. I like that plus money. I like the fighter that's going to look for a finish, that has more confidence, in my opinion. Sean Woodson, he's scraping out wins. Alex Caceres, Dennis Bazooka. I mean, this guy can't finish fights. calls himself the sniper. He hasn't finished anyone. He has 3 knockout wins out of 12. He's a decision dominator. And he beat Colin Anglin 8-2. Hooks to the body round 1. Got the finish to Terrence McKinney round 2, flying knee. Beat Yusuf Zalal split decision. However the hell he did that, I don't know. Then he went to a draw with Luis Saldana. So, give me Fernando Padilla in this fight for the finish. You look at the Bravo choke loss for Sean Woodson as well. I want to bring that one up. It was to Julian Erosa. Julian Erosa, round 3, Darce choke. It was Darce choke. So a Bravo choke in the last fight for Fernando Padilla. He can get the finish by submission in this fight. He has a couple of them. He's known to do it. 9 submission wins. 5 knockout wins. Lost to Kyle Nelson, but other than that, he knocked out Julian Erosa with a right hook in round 1. The guy that beat Sean Woodson. You're giving me plus money. I got to take it. It's pretty intriguing. The MMA math might not work out, but I do think Fernando is going to fight for my money. So, give me the dog. Be careful on the sniper side. And the unders and overs, you got to be very careful on this one because it could go either way. So, be very smart with your bets, with your picks. In my opinion, I like the plus money on Padilla in this fight. So let's go. Let's see what we can do. Maybe a dog of the week? I don't know. Join Discord. It's absolutely free. I'm going to post the dog of the week, the locks of the week in there by Thursday. So join for free. Absolutely free. Link in bio below. Check out Patreon. $5 a month. We profited 100 units. Over 100 units. 138 in one event last week. You might be late to the party, but we will continue to produce. The success will continue. And let's keep it going. Another fight on the prelims. Joel Alvarez, Drakkar Klose. Give me the favorite. Clear favorite. 21-3. Has only lost to high caliber competition. 5 years younger in this fight. 7-inch reach advantage. He's a finisher. Drakkar Klose finished the guy with a knockout slam. Other than that, going the distance, not being overly impressive. This is a fight where Joel Alvarez continues to shine. He should be fighting higher level competition than this. He's ranked. Drakkar Klose is unranked. I guess Joel Alvarez wants to stay active, wants to get a finish win, another bonus. So, look for Alvarez inside the distance in this fight. The reach advantage, him being 5 years younger, his skill level, it's all too much for Drakkar Klose. There is levels to this game. Drakkar Klose has won his last 4 fights, due for the loss here. He's beaten guys like Rafa Garcia, Brandon Jenkins, Joe Selecki. You look at Alvarez, he's beaten guys like Els Brenner, finishing them. A guy tough and durable can get the finish as well. Mark Diakis, not too bad of a win there. Diego Moises finished him, and a 25-10 opponent submitted him by armbar. Not overly active is Joel Alvarez, but clearly he's looking to take a fight here to be more active, to get the bonus, and it's a clear pick. Be smart. Don't be chasing dogs. But I'm not going to lie, there is a couple underdogs on this card, and they are barking. Next fight of the night, yes it is, Ottman Azaitar, plus 162 versus Michael Johnson. Michael Johnson's 38, 4 years older, slowing down. He got knocked out pretty bad to Diego Fiera in his last fight. However the fuck you say his last name there. He beat Darius Flowers. Congratulations. And Ottman Azaitar here got handed 2 tough fights. Matt Frivola got knocked out in round 1. Francisco Prado got knocked out in round 1. He's probably not too proud of those performances, but he does know he is a first-round finisher. He has power. He's a specimen. Look at the size of him. Watch him at the face-offs. He's ready to go. He's ready to go when that octagon door closes and the bell rings. He will fight for your money. As an underdog, this big, I have to make him my pick. I just have to. It's intriguing. And I don't think Michael Johnson as a big favorite is intriguing. He's due to decline. He's due to retire at some point. He's had a lot of wear and tear on his body. And it's time for him to start to see a serious regression. Decline in his career. Ottman Azaitar, on the other hand, is due for a win. If he does not win, he's done. 3 losses in a row. Snip, snip. So, I like this dog a lot. I really do. Michael Johnson, if he loses, he might get another call back to fight. This might not be the end of the road. But for Ottman Azaitar, it is. It's the end of the road, buddy. If you don't win this fight, he's going to go out there swinging missiles at Michael Johnson's head. Michael Johnson was knocked out in the second last fight. Very bad. I don't know how good his chin is. As a favorite, I don't trust it. I'm telling you right now, be careful on it. Give me the Moroccan, Ottman Azaitar, plus 162. Let's get to work here. Another fight to break down. Clear pick. This is a 6-1 favorite. And I have George Tokkos as his name. Probably not saying his name right. I don't really care because he is a bum. He lost a lot of fights by finish. And this is another one. Navajo Sterling is on another level. Trained at City Kickboxing. He knows ins and outs of mixed martial arts. He knows how to finish fights. He's a world-class kickboxer on the feet. He knows how to defend takedowns on the ground. I think he's well-equipped, well-experienced, well-trained to win this fight. The odds indicate that. 6-1. George Tokkos is going to get eaten up like a taco in this fight. He's getting finished. First round. Game over. He doesn't have a reach advantage. He doesn't have the age on his side. He doesn't have any power. He doesn't show any potential. He's here to get finished. And he's here to let the Dana White Contender Series prospects shine. Give me Navajo Sterling. Round 1. KO. Easy work. Easy work. He's way too big of a favorite on the money line. I got to look at some props. Maybe hit the money line. I don't know. Is it worth it, though? At the end of the day, he's going to win. It's a guaranteed ticket. He's 5-0. I don't expect that egg to crack. But 8-8 on the regional scene. 9-8. 15-13. This is the level of competition that the minus 500 favorite has fought. And he just beat a guy 6-1 on Dana White's Contender Series. George or Taco or Tuco, however you want to say his name, lost to Umar Sai, 9-0, submission round 1. He lost to Ming Yang Zhang, knockout as well, on the road to the UFC. And he beat guys that were 19-10, 1-7, and 3-2 by a decision. He knocked out the guy 1-7, and he beat a guy by arm injury that was 19-10. These are horrible wins. Navajo Sterling hasn't fought the best competition, but definitely better. Definitely better. 6-1 favorite. It's pretty obvious. It's pretty blatantly obvious. Round 1, KO. Daniel Marcos, Adrian Yanez is a banger fight. Undefeated Marcos here, letting his egg get cracked to a young. He's not young, he's the same age. They're both 31. Adrian Yanez seems a lot younger for some reason. So does Daniel Marcos. He's still new to the UFC, barely winning fights. Adrian Yanez has the power on the feet. He has good striking, knockouts on the resume, more than Marcos. Now, how are they going to match up? I think Adrian Yanez is a better fighter, plus 140, has more experience inside of the UFC, and he's been around the block. He suffered defeat. 5 losses. He lost due to leg kicks to Jonathan Martinez a year ago. Not a good look. Got knocked out to Rob Font pretty bad as well a year and 8 months ago. He's getting better, and this is a fight where a guy that went to, split decision with Davey Grant, had a decision win to Brandon Lewis on the Contender Series 2 years ago. I don't really think Marcos is overly good. The decision win on the Contender Series, a split decision to Davey Grant, a decision to John Castaneda. Don't get me wrong, he's good. The Peruvian is promising, good prospect. But when is he going to lose? When are we going to fade him? This might be it. Adrian ain't bad. Pretty damn good. It's a coin flip fight. The odds do not suggest that. Tapology, 60% on the Marcos side. I guess some people see it for the favorite, but I don't trust it. He's due for a loss at some point. If it's not this fight, I think he will get tested a lot in this fight. It's going to have to be a close split decision for Daniel Marcos. But that's not what I'm doing. I'm taking Adrian Yanez to find the knockout potentially, if not win a close decision in this fight. He can get it done as a dog. There's not many dogs I'm taking. I'm taking a few. You heard a couple, might be a couple more. So keep listening, like the video, subscribe. And now we got a banger fight. Seems to be another underdog. 3rd fight into the main card. 3 fights left after this. All favorites after this one. We got Dustin Jacoby plus 250 versus Vitor Petrino. Another guy, good prospect. Petrino 11-1. Big favorite though. Don't trust it. I don't trust it. Not at all. He lost to Anthony Smith in his last fight, round 1. Dustin Jacoby, yeah, he got knocked out to Dominic Reyes. Last fight, round 1. Yeah, he's lost a couple fights, but he did knock out Kennedy Nzechukwu. Right cross. Beautiful shot. Lost to Alonzo Menifield decision. Azamat Mirzakhanov, 12-0 undefeated. Levels above Vitor Petrino. I even think Alonzo Menifield could beat Vitor Petrino. Potentially. Even Khalil Roundtree, a split decision loss. So 4 losses. Not bad losses, in my opinion. He can win this fight. He's a big dog. Training at Elevation, Denver, Colorado. He's going to love this fight against Vitor Petrino. A young prospect. Untested. Unproven. Lost Anthony Smith. Proved enough to me in this fight. I'm not trusting in him as a favorite. Give me plus 250 on Dustin Jacoby all day. Former Glory kickboxer. He knows what he's doing in the octagon. He can get the knockout as well. Anthony Smith landed some good shots. Tyson Pedro went the distance with Vitor Petrino. You look at some other fights. Modestas Bacchus got caught with a left hook. Prachnio got submitted. And Anton Turkalj lost another decision to Petrino. He has power. He can find the finish. But that was to Modestas Bacchus. This is not Modestas Bacchus. This is Dustin Jacoby. Jacoby is levels above the guys that Petrino has been fighting. 86% of Tapology on Petrino is insane in my opinion. So let's get paid. Plus 250. Main card. Underdog. The alarms are sounding in the forecast headquarters. We're cooking up a good play here. Jacoby gets it done, in my opinion. Do what you want. If you disagree, that's completely fine, but damn. Good dog here in Dustin Jacoby. If you know what you're doing, it seems pretty obvious that he is due for a win. And this is a perfect spot to end the year for Dustin Jacoby. Gun to my head, I have to make a pick. These are my picks. They are not my bets. If you want the bets, $5 a month. That is not too much to ask. That is not too pricey. People charge a lot more, and they have never won 138 units in one night. One event. UFC 310. 138 units profit made for all my members. They're pleased, and they are now platinum forecasters for life. with the money they just made. So join now. Link in bio below. We got Manel Kape, Bruno Silva. I'm taking Manel Kape, more proven, more tested, coming off a loss. He will be very vicious in this fight. Pushing forward, high volume, I would expect. Looking for the win here. Has a reach advantage. 3 years younger. Fighting a guy in Bruno Silva who likes to bang. Likes to get himself in dangerous situations where I do think he will get caught. Give me Manel Kape by finish in this fight. Should be easy work. He had a young Muhammad Mokaev who should still be in the UFC. Beat him in his last fight with a grappling approach. Bruno Silva is not at that level. He is not near at that level, but he is always live for a finish. He is a finisher. Manel Kape has to be careful, but he has fought careful and won decisions before. He's looked damn good against fighters he didn't know much about. And Bruno Silva lost to David Dvorak, a guy that Manel Kape beat recently, unanimous decision. So do some MMA math. It's pretty obvious. He is a favorite as well. Odds a little bit too wide. I understand that, but the MMA math supports Manel Kape to win this fight. Decision, finish, any way he wants to do it, he should be able to get it done here. Bruno Silva, though, in his last 2 fights, was not finished. It went to a decision, and he did not get it done. He looks for the finish. He gasses himself out. He has 4 decision wins, 3 decision losses. I'm looking for a Manel Kape decision win here. Play it smart. Don't get finished. And dominate this fight versus a Bruno Silva that is not at the upper echelon of this division. Manel Kape is at the very upper echelon of this division. I do think he could be live for maybe a championship fight in the future. He could have beat Muhammad Mokaev. He didn't show up, show his true potential. I do think he is a lot better than that, and I cannot wait to see what he brings in this fight. So very high confidence in Manel Kape this week. Lock of the week, not 100% official on any picks for locks. So tune in, $5 a month, link in bio below. When I know the locks, I'm going to hit the locks heavy. It's the last event of the year, and the locks are hot. 6 in a row. Let's see what I can do here. We got 2 fights left. This fight, not looking to bet, not looking to do a whole lot with. The odds are pretty close, but I do like another Florida fighter here, Billy Quarantillo, in this fight, 18-6. 36 years old. He's fighting a 41-year-old Cub Swanson. Both these guys coming off a loss. Not the most entertaining co-main event, but on paper it could turn out to be a very good fight. I expect it to be a good fight, but Billy Q should do enough in front of his home fans in Florida. Win it by a decision. Cub Swanson's tough. He's lost a lot of decisions. He's tough to finish. He's going to be there all 15 minutes in your face, but he's going to get hit. He's going to get controlled, and it's not going to look too good. Billy Q should be the better fighter. He is the better fighter. But on any given night, these fighters might not show up. I wouldn't be too confident. He is from Florida. That is why I make him my pick ever so slightly. But credit to Cub Swanson. But, dude, you're 41. You're 41. Father Time doesn't wait for anyone. It might be it for Cub if he can't get this one versus Billy Q. If Billy Q can't beat a 41-year-old Cub, well, it might be time for the PFL or something else for you, Billy. Billy Goat. Billy better go if he can't get this one done. I expect him to in Florida, in front of the Florida fans. Don't put your money on it, though. I wouldn't put your money on it. Probably not. Actually, maybe. 5 years younger. Florida fans in his favor. Florida judges in his favor. Could be a good pick for a parlay. Billy Q. We'll get back on the props and parlay show later in the week, Thursday, Friday, maybe Saturday morning. So tune in, stay subscribed, and you'll see if Billy Q is a prop of the week, if he is a official pick, if a pick gets changed, anything like that. So tune in, stay subscribed, and like the video, comment below. and let me know what you're doing this week in Tampa Bay. Let's get these bags. Let's go. Chaos Colby Covington versus Joaquin Buckley. A tough fight for Colby Covington, a guy that's been very inactive, has fought once a year over the last 3 years. That's 3 fights. Buckley has fought 13 times in that span. He's been more active. He's fought the better competition. He's been getting better and better. And he is 6 years younger in this fight. This is a changing of the guard. Buckley is better. He can get the takedowns, control time. He's going to be the more powerful fighter, the more explosive fighter. He's going to be the heavier fighter on fight night. And he can control the chaos to win this fight. I see a trend. Another trend. It's a knockout decision win streak for Joaquin Buckley. When does it end? This week. It's a 5-rounder. I think he can knock out Colby Covington. Back-to-back knockout wins for Buckley. The big boy shows up, gets it done. He does have a tough time cutting weight. He is a big boy for 170. But once he does make weight, it's his fight to win now, because Colby Covington is a pretty small welterweight. He's not too big. He has a 72-inch reach, 4 inches shorter than Buckley. He doesn't have much advantages. He's 36 years old. The chaos cardio is running out. Like I said, Father Time does not wait for anyone. And especially not for someone that's not active, not training. I looked at Colby Covington on his Instagram. I can't see this guy training anywhere. He probably doesn't post it. Keeps to himself. Pretty hush-hush. He's in shape. But he's not training with high-level guys. Buckley's been training with high-level guys. He's been well-coached, well-trained, and he's well-equipped to win this fight. Let's eat. Last event of the year. So we have to show up, show out, get the win. Fight Fiends and Forecasters, thank you for tuning in all year long. Could not do it without you. So next year, we will take it to the next level. The winning will continue. The success will continue. So tune in, subscribe, hit the links in bio below, comment below, help with the algorithm. Let me know what you're doing on the fight night. UFC Tampa Bay should deliver some bags. So as a community, let's do it. Let's do the damn thing. Comment below. Let me know what you're doing. Let me know what you're doing. I want to know. Locks of the week, dogs of the week, props of the week. You let me know, and I will craft something up for the Props and Parlay show. I'll give someone some credit. I'll do a couple shout outs. So thanks to all the Fight Fiends, forecasters, tuning in each and every week. The views are going up. Can't lie, the views are going up. The traction is catching. And it's because the work has been put in. Week after week, card after card. I've been consistent. I've been consecutive. And now it's time to clock in, clock out. Let's get these bags. It's time to go here. Tampa Bay is going to be another successful week. And let's keep on collecting and beating up on these bookies. It's us versus the bookies at the end of the day. No need to beat up on each other. So if you got something bad to say, I'll send you away. See you later, boys and girls. We'll be back for more Props and Parlay show later in the week. If you want to get paid, you might want to subscribe and tune into that. Let's go. Let's get it. Stop being lazy. Let's win. It's time to win in Tampa Bay. Let's collect these bags. Come on, let's go.